Canada survives and advances to the gold medal game, where they'll face the United States, the matchup everyone had circled since the Four Nations face-off began. Craig, let's start here. How do these two teams stack up? How do they compare? Craig Button. I don't think anyone is surprised we're getting Canada versus USA for gold. Both teams were tested in different ways throughout the tournament, but they found a way to get where they wanted to be. Now it's about finishing the job. You look at the matchups and it's elite everywhere. Jordan Binnington, up to the task. Connor Hellebuyck, up to the task. Quinn Hughes, fantastic. Cale Marker, fantastic. Connor McDavid, dominant. Jack Eichel, outstanding. The Four Nations game went to overtime. It was tight. And this one will be no different. Both teams have been hardened by this tournament. Nothing has come easy, and nothing will be easy in the gold medal game. Slim margins decide it. Frankie Corrado. The margins for error are razor thin. It might be a mishandle behind the net, a careless stick that leads to a power play, one defensive breakdown. That's the difference. Canada has also learned something important. The rush game isn't always there. The flashy, 200-foot speed attack tightens up against structured teams. The Americans were built to play heavy, cycle, grind, keep you to the outside. So here's the question. Does Canada force the US to play their game? Or do they beat the US at their own game? Because Team USA was constructed specifically for that ground-and-pound style. The American game breakers. Host. We know Canada's big names, McDavid, McKinnon, Marker. Craig, who are the game breakers on the American side that Canada needs to worry about? Craig Button. Number 1, Quinn Hughes. He's going to play close to 30 minutes. He dictates the game on his terms. He reads, reacts, and attacks space better than almost anyone in the world. You're not stopping him entirely. You're limiting him. And it won't be one player matching up against him, it has to be collective support. Then you look at the rest of the US blue line. Zach Werenski, elite puck mover. Brock Faber, poised. Jacob Slovin, shutdown presence. Charlie McAvoy, physical and reliable. If Canada can forecheck like they did against Finland, they give themselves a real chance. It'll be harder against the US, but that's the formula. The Tkachuk factor. Frankie Corrado. I agree, Quinn Hughes is factor number 1. But let's talk about the Tkachuk brothers. When Brady and Matthew are on the ice, what happens? Cross-checks. Chirping. Gloves in the face. Physical intimidation. They want chaos. They want to drag Connor McDavid and Nathan MacKinnon into that. So how does Canada respond? Do they protect their stars from that noise? Or do they engage and push back? That dynamic could define the entire game. What's guaranteed? We're going to be entertained. Predictions. Host. Craig, you predicted the United States would win gold. Are you sticking with it? Craig Button. I am. The margins are tight, but I believe the US roster was built specifically for this moment. They believe they're the better team. Now they have to prove it. And let's not ignore the injury factor. Sidney Crosby may not be in Canada's lineup. Meanwhile, the US gets Quinn Hughes and Charlie McAvoy back, players they didn't have in the Four Nations final. That matters. I'm sticking with the US. Frankie Corrado. Well, for the sake of balance, I'm going Canada. Yes, Crosby potentially being out is a blow. But here's why I'm picking Canada. If Sidney Crosby doesn't play, that room will be fueled by emotion. Every player in that locker room grew up idolizing him. He has never let them down. They will want to win it for him. Call it motivation. Call it belief. Maybe I'm reaching, but that emotional push can be powerful. That's why I'm taking Canada.